Okay. We actually have a lot of good things to watch today. Fuck. Sorry, I'm chatting, everyone. You can all chat with me. Take a second to message people in Discord if they message you, chat. Call your mom. Do whatever. Alright. We have a video. It's by my boy Mentino. What's the reason? My guess is building custom PCs isn't sustainable. They're definitely custom. Yeah, we all had a feeling this was gonna happen. I mean, obviously, Trainwrecks was not gonna be buying fucking Artesian. That's like buying a wet towel or a wet paper towel. Like, what's that gonna do? It's not smart. It makes no sense. Those kind of companies are probably ridiculously difficult to run. I couldn't imagine trying to run that. It makes no sense. Artesian builds, I mean, it's gone. It makes sense. Yeah, we're gonna buy it for sure. Yeah, OTK is gonna buy it. Yeah. One giveaway. Holy shit. That's like very scary. One giveaway was the entire iceberg that was Artesian. That girl put a whole company under. That is wild. Yeah, and I mean, like, that was the... Alright. Okay. This is called Who is Mizkif? Now, normally I don't watch these because I know they're utter garbage, and he didn't even give me 50 bucks, but I did get a $1,000 donation today. So, I love these. I think they're the funniest thing in the world. Mentino's good at what he does. He shits on me relentlessly. He's the amigo from the S-Fand and Me stream for Christmas. We kept saying, amigo. Dude, I thought about it. I should have taken him to not Japan, Korea. Imagine I took him to Korea and he only spoke Spanish the entire time. Ah, I fucked up, dude. I should have taken him to Korea and he only spoke Spanish the entire time. It'd have been so good. Too long? I'm telling you, it's good. You'll see. Next time, if we go to Japan, I'll take Mentino and he can just be the cameraman. It'd be good content. Alright, ready? Alright, this is enough. Mods, get me banned from livestream fails. Before this video goes out. Why is there... What is this?
In the current state of Twitch, many viewers watch streamers react to videos, movies, and TV shows.
Dude, why are you yelling in your mic?
Like a bunch of lazy bones. But who could blame them? As a viewer, it is easy to think that being a streamer is an easy job.
Right.
But that isn't always the case.
True.
Because it is actually even way more easier than expected.
Exactly.
But on a real note, the life of a streamer can involve high levels of stress, anxiety, and the guilt that comes with making your community believe that they're actually funny. Some may be up to this challenge, thinking that this lifestyle can be lived by anyone. This is what the juggernaut of Twitch, also known as Mizkif, thought as well. Once a complete Discord dwelling, Twitch watching loser, Mizkif Beanbag Renato believed he could live this life. And with the help of iMovie, a road trip to DreamHack, an oil prince, and his first viewer, he achieved his dream of becoming a Twitch streamer. Mizkif was able to achieve every basement dweller's dream of talking to Amaranth and even becoming best friends with award-winning entertainer and
Cutie
former
Cinderella.
Facebook streaming partner, twitch.tv/Darion.
I did.
So since I don't religiously watch Twitch and find no streamer funny nor entertaining enough to make a new Who Is video on, I wanted to remake the better version of Who Is Mizkif video. Since Mizkif probably has nothing to react to, since his Reddit is now filled with unfunny people trying to start their dead-end YouTube and Twitch careers.
Thank you, Lud.
So this leaves me asking, did Sandpepper really make mischief? When is the streamer Pinewood Derby ever going to happen? And when is Moxie ever going to move in? In this video, I'll be going over the life of Mizkif.
The problem with Mentino is he knows way too much about me, and I do not like that. Most people who make these videos are like, Mizkif started streaming in 2020 to about 400 viewers, and they don't even know why.
Matthew Renato was born on February
But he knows literally everything.
14th, 1995. Life wasn't always easy for a young Matthew who
How do you
grew up in
have
the
that picture?
dangerous and gang-ridden middle-class neighborhoods of
He really knows everything.
Newark, New Jersey, which is home to the infamous Babe Ruth,
Yep.
who was once famously quoted, "Latinas stay winning." Mizkif lived in a typical American family. When his parents were asked if they'd rather have a gay son or a thought daughter, Mizkif's parents answered both, and that wish was granted. Growing up with his sister Emily, Mizkif wasn't your average Wawa loving, jailed hair having.
How do you have that thing? You went on my Facebook! Why? How do you have this? Dude, someone gave this to you. I was 22 or something like that. Bro, it's not JCG, you idiot. How do you have this picture of me? I told you I was a Jersey boy. Look at me. Look at this. We were in Florida. I have my gold chain. I have my Guido Italian glasses. I got everything Guidoed out. Yeah, I hated myself.
He was more into video games and cartoons. This would cause him to always hog the TV to himself. But Mizkif's dad didn't want to miss the newest episode of Home Improvement, so
True.
he signed him up to the local t-ball team.
How do you have that?
Mizkif couldn't give two fucks about the sport, but wanted to show off his new bat at show and tell. So without telling his mom, he snuck his bat through the metal detector at school and showed it to his only friend. After having a bit of an autism attack, Mizkif ended up smashing his teacher's brand new Artesian gaming built PC. When the teacher found out that she ain't got no insurance money, she demanded the class tattletale on the person responsible for the destruction. Mizkif, not wanting to get
Who's
a
that
paddling,
supposed to be?
blamed his friend without a second thought. The teacher put on a movie and escorted Mizkif's friend to the principal's office. Mizkif
That's for Connor or Ludwig. Who is it? Is it Ludwig? It's Ludwig.
noticed all the kids in his class thought that getting in trouble was cool. Considering Mizkif got no type of attention from his classmates, he went on to confess his wrongdoings, but to no avail, nobody in the class believed him. With the idea of being a little shit fresh in his head, Mizkif set out to be the class clown.
That's my yearbook. Okay, how the fuck are you in here, Mentino? But
Now
I've shown that picture. Everyone knows it. So someone else into my...
teacher's worst nightmare, Mizkif went on to make the
Yeah, Zoil, you can call him parasocial, okay?
life of his
Nah, he just...
underpaid and overworked teachers even worse than it already was. It turns out making all your classmates call you Ms. Kid isn't actually cool. By middle school, this ended, but Mizkif was still up to his antics. One day, his favorite teacher, Mr. Rossi, was fed up with his cheating wife and Mizkif's bullshit, leading him to throw a desk at him. This made Mizkif beyond scared straight.
That's actually true, and that's the teacher's name. How do you know all this?
Towards the end of the day, Mr. Rossi apologized to him and actually thanked him for
Sinek?
making him a better teacher and said,
You know, I've already had to switch states and change my name 4 times for lashing out at students. So go ahead and take this Donkey Kong 64 box I found in the garbage, and we'll forget that this ever happened.
So after a long day of school,
Leaked.
Mizkif and his mom went to the local Fred's to pick up dinner. While his mom was shopping, Mizkif ran
That's my mom!
to the clearance aisle, a place where all unwanted games, holiday decorations, and Dr. Thunder reside. As he was browsing through the shelves, Mizkif noticed a kid holding a World of Warcraft box.
Bro, that's S-fans.
He asked the kid, "What that?" And the kid went on to what seemed to be an hour-long rant about the intricacies of the game. Unfortunately for the kid, Mizkif had completely spaced out while staring at the box cover of the sexy elf druid. Wanting to see more of the druid, Mizkif snagged the box from the kid and took off. Eager to see some elf titties, Mizkif stole his mom's credit card to pay for his WoW subscription. Legend says that she's still paying for his WoW subscription to this day. In a big time rush,
Probably.
Mizkif accidentally typed in Mizkif as his username instead of Mizkid. And thank goodness this happened, because calling a 20-something-year-old balding guy Mizkid would be very cringe. Over the next couple of years, new expansions would come and go, with Burning Crusade being the best,
Yeah.
since it introduced Blood Elves, which made ERP absolutely ill
No, it made Drain Eyes, which were the reason why ERP was so good.
nasty. Yet all good things must come to an end, with the release of some Kung Fu Panda ass update. Mizkif didn't give a shit about it and gave up on WoW. With his departure from the WoW scene, Mizkif began to wrestle, sell weed at high school.
Yeah, so this picture, here's why this worked. My friend actually worked for the town and would clean up animals. And I added him on Facebook and I said, clean this shit up.
And even attain a Pikachu girlfriend.
Yes,
Things were
I was
going
living the
great for him.
dream.
Until he got caught selling weed in his neighborhood country club parking lot. So he was sent to a therapist, which
True.
eventually led him to taking an ADHD test,
Yep.
which he passed with flying colors.
Yes.
This allowed Mizkif to have extra time to take on the PSAT test. When his results came in, Mizkif had a really high score, which made him eligible for a scholarship to college. Filled with excitement,
That's kind of it. So here's how this story goes. So this is all real, and I'm not bullshitting you, and I'll tell you the realities of who I am. Okay? So I sold drugs. I sold weed. No, I didn't sell a lot of drugs. I sold weed from about September of my sophomore year of college or high school to the middle of junior year, and then I got caught. And I got caught because one of my friends ratted on me because he was smoking weed, and the cops found him, and they're like, look, we either take you in or you tell us the truth. And he ratted on me, which then they did find me in a country club Dodge Charger. That's what I had. So I got caught, and I was in a Dodge Charger. They arrested me. I got out in a couple minutes, because, you know, I'm a 16-year-old kid, or 17 I was 17 years old. They're like, we don't really care. And I'm also white, and they literally, like, I knew going in there, I'm like, look, the court system's bullshit. I know that I'm white, and I know that they're just gonna let me go because they're like, oh, this guy's got a fucking, you know, a life ahead of him. And it's exactly what they did. I literally went in there. I was probably the only kid that was, like, super well dressed, because most of the people didn't give a shit. I walk in there. It literally says before you walk inside that you have to pull your pants up. So I went in there, and I was like, hey. And they're like, oh, okay. You're fine. And I'm like, this is so stupid. So I got out. I had 6 charges in total. I think I had to pay 2 tickets. And they were both, like, misdemeanor small shits. One of them was I had more than one friend in the car. That's when I did this shit. I did it before I even had the full license. I was only allowed to have one friend in my car. But yeah, I got caught with that stuff. So when I got caught, I was very upset. And I was told that I have to go to a therapist to talk about my problems. And I went to the therapist. And the therapist told me that I have to be there, I have to talk to him, and just tell me everything. Started talking, I started rambling, and the guy's like, holy shit, shut up. You have ADHD, I can't stand this anymore. Here's the test. I took the test, and I fucking passed with flying colors for having ADHD. I got prescribed Adderall, and I was like, holy shit, this stuff's the best. I started taking Adderall for the next year, nonstop, and then my SATs came out. I didn't cheat. I cheated. And then I got a really good grade. But here's the problem. I got a really good score on my SATs, but I only had a 2.3 GPA. So what did I have to do? I knew I had to do really well senior year of college in order to get the scholarship. So I did extremely well throughout my entire senior year of college. I had almost straight A's for every single class, and now I had a story. And what was my story? It was that I was a fuck-up kid. I didn't want to go anywhere in life, and then all of a sudden, I had a dream, and I wanted to go to college. And that story stuck. I put in for the scholarship, said, look, I'm really smart. Here's my senior year to prove it. Don't look at all the other years, because my senior year shows you that I actually care. And since I did that, I got a scholarship. I almost got a full ride to Rutgers. From a 2.3 GPA, garbage in freshman, sophomore, and junior year of high school, 1 year I did well. I almost got a full ride. I got a presidential scholarship or whatever it was, where I think my parents put up 40 grand and the rest was paid for. I never paid $1 of college. And you should have seen what I wrote. It was pretty fucking pathetic. I wrote that my college letter was something on the lines of this. I was riding my bike down to a creek that I always go to with my friends. And while I was riding, I met a homeless man. And the homeless man was like, hey, what's going on? Can you talk to me? And I talked to this homeless man for a long period of time, where he pretty much told me that I have to start trying in life or I'll end up like him. And I didn't want to end up like the homeless man, so I started trying in school. That's really it. I swear to God. And it worked. Yeah, it was $40K. It was, the scholarship was a lot. The $40,000, that also includes staying at the place and food. It was 40 grand for everything. I had to pay, my parents paid 40 grand. It was for food, staying at the place, everything. Yep.
Mizkif's mother couldn't believe her dream of her son being a corporate slave and not a plumber could come true. While in college, Mizkif had a hard time studying with his ADHD, so his roommate, McConnell, recommended him to do what any other college kid would do: take Adderall. With the help of Adderall, Mizkif was able to get a 3.8 GPA, but when he didn't have his fix, Mizkif would just watch Swifty streams on a website called Twitch.
I mean, can you blame a guy? Chat, can you blame a guy?
Back in...
Dude. I did not show you this picture. There's no way. There's no way I showed you this picture. I didn't show you this.
High school, after absolutely getting ganked in PvP by a user named DeLaw, Mizkif decided to track his IP address and pull up to his house. Once he arrived, Mizkif was met with the face of a famous Twitch streamer and pop punk idol, Mitch Jones.
Drake, oh.
With the stench of Mitch's piss bottles filling the air, Mitch told Miz that he had to fuck off because he was streaming on Twitch, a strange website filled with reactors, leeches, and people who think their opinions matter. Still pissed about being shit at WoW, Mizkif left, considering he had watched every single Billboard Music Top 100 list on YouTube. He decided to give this Twitch site a try. One day while Swifty wasn't live, Mizkif browsed the site and stumbled upon Soda Poppin' and Wreckful. Mizkif would tune into every one of their streams and watch for hours.
That's true.
Mizkif thought streaming looked like fun, but he was a recent graduate with a job offer from Vanguard.
That's true.
This made his mother happy and proud, but Mizkif said fuck this shit and went to work in Long Beach at his friend's dad's movie production company.
True.
But once he got there, it wasn't what his friend had promised. They would work long, grueling hours just to barely afford rent and ramen noodles. Fed up,
Yeah, I was getting paid. It was about $80,000 a year at this place. So it was $60,000 base, and it was about like $2,000 a month extra in Long Beach, California. Chad, you ain't making that much. Like, we got absolutely nothing. Like, our rent was ridiculous because we had to be close to West Hollywood or Hollywood because that's where his place was. So our rent was, I think, $3,000. It was a garbage ass place. It was horrible. We were eating ramen noodles because our taxes, we'd get our paychecks back, and it was nothing. It was not a lot of money, man. In LA, Chad, it's 80K is different. It's really not a lot. A lot of you guys are saying LA, like 80K a lot. What? Everywhere else in the world, yeah, not LA. It's you can't live in LA with 80K. You get fucked. And I really did not enjoy myself. I would eat bread at night. We'd eat bread because we were trying to save money. We just didn't have money.
Quit and went to Ice Poseidon's talent show.
All right, stop. So here's the reason. Look, this is one of my longtime friends from school, and I went here because it was around where my work was. So I'm like, oh shit, I'm gonna stop by. That's all I did. Okay, I didn't do anything else. Literally, that's it. And there's Burger Planet.
Hoping to meet his favorite online influencer, Sam Pepper. Mizkif had begun to watch Ice after finding out about him on Reddit, and like many others, couldn't get enough of the chaos
Nice.
and unpredictability of Ice's IRL streams. After experiencing the discomfort of being around anyone associated with Ice, Mizkif called his mom and told her he was going back home for Vanguard. But he had to wait 9 months in Florida before he could actually start working. With his life on track, Mizkif decided to enjoy these 9 months, playing PUBG with Asmin and Esfand, leveling up Mitch's WoW account, and building tables for money. During a party at Wildwood, Mizkif drank too much pool water, causing him to be rushed to the hospital.
True.
He had received a virus called viral myocarditis, which fucked up his heart rhythm. Mizkif almost died that day. While in the hospital bed playing with his fidget spinner, Mizkif realized he could.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, a lot of you heard this story before, but I woke up like pretty much coughing up blood. It was like 5 in the morning, and I was in crazy pain. Like it's considered, and it's like a heart attack. It felt like a heart attack. It felt like someone was stabbing me in the heart and twisting it slowly. That's what the doctor described it as. My dad took me to the hospital at like 5 in the morning and drove me there. And my mom actually gave me ibuprofen the night before, and she gave me a lot of it because she's like, that'll help. And the doctor told me when I got there and everything stopped, my heart stopped being nuts, he said that ibuprofen might have saved your life. Because he said that because my mom gave me it, it like probably made my blood thinner so my heart wasn't going crazy. My mom could have saved my life that day by just doing mom things.
He could literally die whenever. So he decided to take a risk and start a YouTube channel. But he wasn't sure what kind of videos he would make. With nothing to do, Mizkif began to watch some YouTube. He eventually found a channel from a user named Glink. Without knowing much about Glink, Mizkif would begin to watch all of his videos and fill in with his highly underrated video about the deeper meaning within Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time. Mizkif wanted to suck as much video production knowledge as he could from Glink, so he became active in his Discord. Yeah.
True. So here's what happened. So Glink's like, I'm watching a lot of Glink's videos, and I'm like really infatuated by it. I'm like, holy shit, this guy's good as fuck. So I started watching all of his videos, and he's like, yeah, man, I'm just sitting in my Discord right now on his like the top comment on his YouTube video. So I joined, and he really was. And I'm like, holy shit. So I started hanging out with him.
Yes, you heard it correctly. Mizkif actually used to be one of those losers who were active on content creator shitty Discord servers. Glink encouraged Mizkif to give YouTube a try and said that he was really funny. So on a car ride home from the hospital with his dad, Mizkif came up with the idea of making Twitch documentaries on streamers.
So, yes, I was on my way from, my parents were moving from Jersey to Florida, and because my mom got a job in Florida. And on the ride there, after the viral myocarditis thing, after kind of thinking to myself, I got to do something else. Because I always wanted to do something in entertainment, but I never had the balls to do it. I always thought that it wasn't good enough. I was always scared to put myself out there. And I hated that. Because I'm like, what's the worst thing that happens? The worst thing that happens is that, it doesn't work out. But at least you worked out. At least you tried. And I wanted to finally try after like 10 years of making videos and deleting them. Glad I deleted most of those. Or like my friends making videos and deleting them. I'm glad I finally was able to do it. And it's because I had the heart problem. I said I'm going to finally make something and do something I've always wanted. I don't want to go into finance. I wanted to make entertainment. So on the ride to Florida, I was thinking of ideas. And then I thought about this.
With no time to lose, Mizkif rushed to his parents' garage And with the magic of iMovie, a backwards Blue Yeti,
Yep.
and the help of Rex Cinema and PicChamp clips,
True.
Who is Tyler 1 was made. While it was a masterpiece of a video,
And look at this. I was a no viewer. No one knew who I was. I had nothing to my life. I was a literal nobody. I had one viewer, actually, and it was Sinek. Isn't that crazy? This got one like. Sinek's the one that was there. Sinek has been watching me chat since 2016. Is that nuts? My manager, everything, all through it, 2016. He was I would sometimes have 2 viewers, and he was both of them. Isn't that crazy? And now he's here with all this and all this stuff. Yep.
was made. While it was a masterpiece,
How did he find you? I was playing Super Mario 64 in the just chatting section with SD Peach in the top right corner, and he clicked as SD Peach. I mean, he's a coomer.
of a video, Tyler 1 didn't give a fuck about it. So Mizkif went to the person who jump-started his career, Darion's roommate,
Yes.
Erob221. Erob was chomping down on a bottle cap, waiting on the next donation to appear, when Mizkif linked him a video to react to. Erob laughed his ass off and linked.
So that's actually not right. So here's what happened. That tweet went viral, or not, that tweet didn't go viral, Lamau. That tweet, Erob clicked it because he had no content, and your guy Connor, who's one of Erob's old mods, not for Connor, your guy Connor, he's the one that was like, yo, Erob, watch this video, it's funny. And since he clicked it to Erob, he actually made me. Yes. He came over like a month ago, and he's like, yeah, I'm the one that linked Erob that video. And I'm like, so you made me? And he's like, yes.
Linked the video in chat, which started a chain reaction. This inspired Miz to keep on making these videos, one after another, which led up to him getting a DM by no other than Ice Poseidon. Ice wanted Mizkif to make a documentary about him, but he ended up going on a ride of a lifetime. Ice did a 24/7 RV stream from LA all the way to DreamHack 2018 in Austin, Texas.
Here's how that happened. Basically, I was making these documentaries, and people were like, damn, these are good as fuck. And I was making a ton of them, right? I made one on Ice. I made one on Mitch. I actually, during the Mitch one's the most interesting. Because after I made the Who is Mitch, Mitch asked me to fly to Texas, which I did, and drive him all the way up to Maine because he had no one to drive with. And this is right after the Trainwrecks and Mitch drama. So right after Trainwrecks and Mitch drama, he's like, I'm going back home. I need someone to drive with. So he asked me to drive him. And I drove him from Texas all the way up to New Jersey, or to Maine, or wherever he lives, Maryland. And that's kind of how me and Mitch met, is that one fateful day. But you know what's even more wild than that? I knew Mitch from 2016. Because Mitch, in 2016, when I had 0 viewers, 0 anything, I had nothing. Mitch paid me to level his WoW character, and then I'm like, I'm a Twitch viewer, so I was like, oh my god, Mitch, dude, what's up? Like, wait, you're only like 30 minutes, an hour away from me, from my school. And he's like, oh shit, yo, we should hang out. So he invited me over one day, kind of, and he did invite me over. I go to his house, and Mitch completely ignored me the entire time. His one roommate was cool with me the entire time. And yeah, Mitch completely ignored me the entire time. He was busy. And that day I drank a couple of his Ensures. I watched Ethan do like shrooms or something, and then I went home, and I was like, that was not worth it. But yeah.
With Mizkif being his personal tripod. Many memorable.
But here's how this essentially went. I hate this, that we're on this still frame. I went up to Ice Poseidon's place because I was starting to make those videos and they were blowing up. This guy named Stuff Steve Jobs was like, yo, Mizkif, I want you right now. You are one of the funniest people in the world. And I'm like, oh shit, really? Thanks, dog. And he's like, I want you right now. Pretend this is Florida, right? I want you right now from Florida. And
Yo, am I interrupting?
no.
How you doing?
Talking about how you made me.
What happened to his desk?
Oh, it broke. The pillars of it broke.
Damn, is that
So
like
the
a
whole
bad
thing
omen
shattered.
or something?
Huh?
Is that like a bad omen?
No. But you're not a bad omen.
Really? It's okay if my shoes are on here.
I don't care. You can do whatever you want, Lack. You made me. I'm talking about the story of Mizkif. So, chat, I was in Florida, right? And then for Ice Poseidon's thing, he's like, dude, you're so funny. By the way, do you want like a $4,000 YouTube deal? And back then I was like, holy fuck, $4,000. That'll make my day. Because in Florida, chat, it was 120 degrees in the garage, and I was sitting there all day making videos for like 12 hours a day. That's all I did. And you know what else I did at this time, chat? I was on NoFap. I didn't jerk off at all. For literally 100 days, I didn't jerk off once.
How did that feel, like not jerking off a single time?
I think the placebo of me not jerking off is what made me do so well.
Really?
I think me just thinking that it did something.
So you don't think it changed you at all? It's just like, it was all placebo.
Yeah. But nope, chat, didn't jerk off. I had a few wet dreams. That's it. And that was pretty much it. I was working out. I was in a 120-degree garage. Dave was helping me make videos, and I was busting my ass because I knew I had a possibility of making it. I worked all day and all night on these videos. Non-stop. It's all I fucking did. And these videos started to grow. People started messaging me. Scuff Steve Jobs messaged me and said, hey, come over to California and make a good documentary. So obviously I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah, I'm going to do that. But I'm like, dude, I only have like $200 in my pocket. Like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get there. So he's like, okay, here's what we do. You use my credit card, and it's going to be about $250 to the flight, and then I'll give you some money when you get over here. And I'm like, oh, cool. Gives me his credit card. Hey, man, why isn't it working? Oh, that much. It's just weird. All right, I must put the wrong number. Just use your credit card, and I'll pay you on the way back.
Oh, no.
So right now, chat, and I'm dead serious when I say this, I had about negative $30 in my bank account when I went over to Ice's place. I knew that I was getting a minus 25 deduction on my fee on my card, but I didn't really care because I knew that the value of going there might be worth it. So I flew from Florida all the way to Ice's with minus $30. I get at the airport. Scuff Steve Jobs picks me up. I'm like, what's going on, dude? The car is just filled with cigarette butts. It smells like cat litter. And he's like, what's going on, dude? I'm like, okay, well, how am I going to eat, by the way? Because obviously I can't afford it. He's like, I got you. He gives me $100 and a McDouble.
Okay, well, you're out of the negative. And you have a McDouble.
And I'm like, all right, man. I get to Ice's place. I see him for the first time. I'm like, holy fuck. I freaked out, chat. I was literally the biggest Twitch pleb. And I'm seeing this god of among men. I was freaking the fuck out. I was a literal fanboy. And I will not deny it. I was a fanboy. I was freaking out. Chat. You know, it was crazy. And then I hung out at his place for a while, which was fucking sick. And, you know, after we hung out, the longer I was there, this documentary never went out, by the way. It never got made. Wanna know why? Because no one wanted to do a documentary with me. Because all the fucking Andys and all the King's men, they didn't fucking know who I was. They didn't care. So no one showed up for any of it. Ice was at like Coachella or something for the weekend, so he wasn't coming. And I'm pretty much after 2 weeks, I literally was a waste of time. So the only person I hung out with was Gray, which was Ice's roommate. All I did was just go get salads and go back home. And at the end of it, I think Ice felt bad for me, / he started hanging out with me more. And he's like, dude, why don't you come with me to Texas for DreamHack in an RV?
I remember that.
And I'm like, I'm going to do that 100% because I had nothing else going on.
I think I remember that.
Really?
Yeah. That was a DreamHack where was Shroud's birthday party. You remember?
I didn't go to Shroud's.
You introduced me to Ice. I remember when he.
No. Did I really?
Yes. I remember that.
Why are you here? Oh no.
No, I remember because I remember I wanted you to come with me to Shroud's birthday party, but there was no room.
Really? I almost went to Shroud's birthday?
Yeah, because Doc couldn't show up. And Shroud was like, yo, Lakar, you want to come? There's extra because Doc and his family's not coming. But apparently, there's.
Why didn't Doc go?
Family stuff. He wanted to eat privately with his family, and that's where I met Darius for the first time, and Chance as well.
Lakari shared an Airbnb with you. You shared one with Axiom?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So, chat, that's how I got on the way to Texas, is pretty much Ice. His manager, this guy, asked me to fly out there, gave me like $100, and I tried to do whatever I could.
Moments in IRL history came at the RV, with Miz being the most liked guy on the trip, due to his unrivaled ability to hold a camera still, and use of funny jokes that he stole from Reddit. For a small period of time, it was almost like Mizkif was Ice's right-hand man.
That's a good picture of you.
Meaning he could easily join the CX network, a network full of streamers who specialize in drama, donation baiting, Samsung Galaxies, selfie sticks, and mental disorders. Mizkif had lucked out, considering at that time, simply just being live, doing absolutely nothing, would get you over 5,000 viewers. But Mizkif knew this wouldn't last for long.
Yep.
And he didn't want to end up like all the other leeches and Andys. So he declined the offer to join the CX network and told Ice that he was going to do his own thing on Twitch.
Do you know how hard that is, Twitch? Or chat? Twitch, ew. I had an opportunity to instantly have a few thousand viewers and be one of the, if not the biggest streamer in the world, his right-hand man. Right there. He's like, you can live with me, I'll host you whenever you want, you'll have thousands of viewers. I literally had the opportunity to be the biggest the right-hand man to the biggest streamer in the world. And I said no. Now, why did I say no? Because I knew it wouldn't last. Because I knew that content like that, its history repeats itself, will never last. People who create those toxic communities, it won't work. It doesn't work over time. And that's why the biggest streamers today aren't a bunch of toxic people. Like, that create those toxic, it just doesn't work. It wasn't going to last. I knew it wasn't going to last. So I said to myself, I can either work with Ice and make this happen, or I can go over to Twitch. And I wanted to go make my own thing. I didn't want to also be under anyone ever. I never wanted to be under somebody, because that's just lame. I don't want my chat to be filled with people talking about someone else. That's just lame. Someone said XUC is not toxic. You can't compare XQC's nor anyone's community on Twitch compared to what Ice Poseidon's community was like. I'm sorry, you just can't. There's not a single person's community who will ever in the history of the world be that bad. They hated Ice every other day. It was Destiny's community, yes, but they hate everyone else. They don't hate Destiny. Ice's community hated Ice every other day. They were constantly making people get canceled and hate every day. No, I don't want to live like that. No, I don't want to be there. So I said to myself, I can either go on Twitch and have 30 viewers, or I can go to YouTube. And I chose to make my own path because I thought it was the better route. And I fucked up.
Especially almost after getting shot by Scuff Jim Carrey's brother.
He pulled a gun. He pulled a gun. He pulled a gun, guys. You know the address. You know the address.
No one remembers that I did this. Like, dude, I chat, literally a guy pulled a gun out on us, and we had to fucking run for our lives and hide in bushes.
Wait, are you serious?
Yeah, Scuff Steve Jobs' brother. We literally saw him pull out a gun, and we had to run. And the cops got called and shit, and Sam Pepper was screaming his address, and...
Dude, it was insane back then, huh?
Yeah. Chat, I've been through it all.
You actually...
That RV trip was something else. And this is not even an RV trip. This is just them in Florida. Good times, man.
This would be the official beginning of Mizkif's streaming career. Unlike his first attempt at streaming, Mizkif now had 50 lifeless CX viewers to watch him, with non-stop fishing for mounts on WoW. And
dude, okay, so here's what happened, chat. I came to Twitch, and I had 300 viewers my first stream, and then I played WoW, and I literally went down to 30.
And Gator Skin on repeat. Mizkif's early streams provided hours of top-notch content.
None of you were there. Who was there? I'd remember your name. None of you were there. None of you were there. None of you were there. Bingo was there. CKC was actually there.
I wasn't even there.
I had 30 viewers.
I wasn't even there.
Don't act like... Axion was there. Axion was one of the first people I would call on stream.
Really?
Yes.
Wait, Axiom goes that far back
yes,
with you?
Yes.
That's kind of nuts.
Axiom was literally always on my stream and just hanging out.
Fuck Axiom.
Lucid, I know you were there. You could tell, Lucid, you've been sub for 43 months. You're one of the only people that are actually there. Axiom was there.
Repeat, Mizkif's early streams provided hours of top-notch content.
I actually was. Check my followage. Mods, check. His name is Lil Stick. Check his followage. Dodger. Following since January 28th, 2019. That's not even it. I don't think you understand how crazy this is. This is July of 2018. No one was here. I know everyone's name who was here. You want to know why? Because McConnell thanked every single person here.
Wait, McConnell was
Yes.
back there too?
I've known McConnell since I was actually not even streaming.
What the fuck?
I know, dude.
McConnell goes that far back?
McConnell goes farther back than everyone.
Jesus.
McConnell and Mitch. They're the two people that go back farther than every other person.
Oh, I see why the loyalty is like so strong. No.
I owe McConnell everything.
You're actually a pretty loyal guy. Like, regardless of what people say, you're really fucking loyal.
Thank you, Macari. I think so.
Yeah.
Yes, McConnell Rhett. Yes. I was his roommate.
Fueled by Jif Peanut Butter and Purple G2 Gatorade, Mizkif would go on and on about the pros of autism blankets, and would
Yes.
occasionally thank his personal oil prince, Hamad, for giving him hundreds of dollars.
Hamad is the true person who made me, chat.
Who the fuck is Hamad?
Hamad?
Yeah.
He's a legit oil prince. Not like one of those people
Really?
like, I'm an oil... He's a...
Actual
That is
oil
that is actually him. He's a legit oil prince.
Gatorade.
Like, not the... His uncle's owns a billion... Is not owns. He's worth $1.5 billion.
What the hell?
So Hamad has... His first car was a $400,000 Rolls Royce. Yeah. No, he's actually
For
rich.
giving him hundreds of dollars. With much persistence and extreme Winnie the Pooh home run derby gameplay, Mizkif was starting to believe he could actually make it as a streamer. But he knew, in order to be successful, he had to move out of his parents' house.
Hey, it's Trent.
But he knew, in order to be successful, he had to move out of his parents' house.
Old Axiom, dude, and he always had Tyler One dancing in the Blues Clues thing for some. And look, make Mizkif fap because I didn't fap for 100 days.
Yo, that is the keyboard smashing stance.
Yes, he was. That's Axiom back then when he would fuck up computers.
Mizkif's parents
Why is train my dad and my mom as my
were
mom?
constantly fussing at him at night. For always
pretty
forgetting to
accurate,
take out the
isn't it?
dogs, and for constantly making noise, talking to a bunch of degenerates on Discord. With a lot of arguing, Mizkif and his mother came to an agreement that he would go back to college and get his master's in thugonomics at Rutgers, New Jersey, all while having the ability to stream on his own.
Yep.
So Mizkif got a cardboard box and packed his one Cole
Remember those
shirt,
boxes?
one
I
EBZ shirt,
remember
and
The
a
boxes,
scuffed
baby.
microphone before planning his move.
I actually remember.
Mizkif thought it would be a good idea to invest some of the money he earned from Hamad in case his plan went under. Luckily for Mizkif, his first viewer, Sinak, happened to be very good at giving financial advice.
He really is. He's actually, chat. It's no bullshit when I say this. He legitimately is my first viewer I ever had.
What is he actually?
Yes.
That's so nuts.
He was there in 2016. I had legit 2 viewers, and he was one of them.
That is so nuts.
I know.
And Sinek is so talented. He can do so many
I know.
different things.
I
He
know.
just sat there and watched you, and then now he's like your butler, pretty much.
My butler. Do you know that, Sinak?
He's
and
literally your
made
butler.
money.
Like you know
If
how
only he would have known.
you know Batman?
He's my manager.
He's your manager and your butler. He does everything for you.
Sinak, wipe my ass.
the headaches that were waiting for him. Once
probably gonna
Mizkif
come
had
in here
made it
with
to
a
the
fucking
Jersey
towel.
Shore, he really didn't know what to do other than watch the same videos over and over again. A whopping hour of Valley Z would be expected, followed up by non-stop Seal MP4 memes until
Baby
the
Seal
steam
made
came
you.
to an end.
You know
But
that,
that
right?
was
Huh?
That Seal made you. Seal that before.
Seal, MP4,
Yeah.
Marbles, and Summit 1G's
Yep,
ending
yep.
of his stream.
Yep.
it. Extreme games of Quap and Marbles were held almost every stream.
Yeah.
Killed it.
Marbles
When I
quickly
think
became
back
a
on
game
it, you
that Mizkif-
actually killed it.
Bro, I hated my life right here.
Yeah, but you had like the strat. Like, I remember watching you do this and grow like substantially because this type of content, no one else was doing it.
You know what? You know what I did? I just would do this and then farm LSF.
Yeah, and then I remember the developers of Marble actually came to your stream.
I know.
And they sponsored you or something like that, right? I remember.
They gave me like 20 subs, which
Yeah,
was my
yeah,
first
yeah.
sponsor.
yeah, it
Who's
was
most
actually
well
nuts.
Chat, if you see yourself, there's no way. You don't see yourself. Nezzy says that's me. Where, dude? Oh my god, he's right there!
Wait, he's there! Dude, you still got some old frogs in here, man. That's tight.
Oh shit!
Your community hasn't changed that much after all, huh?
Nah, I just banned the really toxic people. And then I
As you
unbanned
should.
them. And then I banned them again.
As you should.
But then I unbanned them.
As you should.
And then I VIP them.
Yep, as you should.
For playing, with chat interaction being at an all-time high. Marbles doubled Mizkif's viewing, which then put him on the radar of many streamers.
Yes.
Mizkif began to climb the ranks as a Twitch streamer, meaning he would be invited to the super secret streamer Discord, a Discord server where streamers were free to drop their stream personality and be toxic assholes like the rest of us. Mizkif quickly warmed up to some of the streamers in the Discord and began to collab with some of them. Streamers like Greek.
So I actually found Greek first came to my stream chat by I was playing World of Warcraft and I could tell the second he put his message in chat, he was intimidated by me. The second he did it, I knew that he was afraid. He put a resident sleeper as his first thing and then started shitting on me and saying that I'm boring. And I'm like, yup. I could tell the second he did it, I'm like, you are afraid of me. And I knew from that day forward that he was not going to like me. I could tell. He knew I was his competition. He's like, ah, fuck, here we go. The first time I met Greek was actually really fun. But, what else happened? Greek, JCG I actually met from Russell. Russell introduced me to JCG. He added me to a Discord with 3 different girls, and then I started hanging out with Jay.
Lakari, Pokeballs,
That's you,
Moxie,
baby.
JCG, and most
Is this like a new
importantly,
one?
Axion. They would become regulars on Mizkif's stream. Moxie appreciated Mizkif for not being a French Canadian, and they would begin to become good friends. Moxie and Mizkif spent countless hours of stream time
We
together.
did. Does anyone even remember how I literally, someone in my chat's like, dude, Moxie's playing Call of Duty. And I'm like, I was so dumb. I thought that I'd become a Call of Duty. I was like, all right, I got to keep playing marbles every day and working my ass off. But once Call of Duty comes out, I'm going to go full-time Call of Duty. And I was going to be like the new Tim the Tap Man. And, yeah, that died in like 1 minute. I went right back to marbles. But I did meet Moxie, though, which was pretty cool. This is when you and I started hanging out.
Elysium!
Elysium, baby!
Elysium! We drop on
Talking shit
Elysium!
and playing
Elysium!
games.
Chat,
Oh,
right,
oh! It's me! Holy fuck!
right
You
here.
remember, dude? You remember
That
when
one
one of
clip?
my oil princes, we were doing so good in that game.
Oh
and
my god, I do! And he
said
told me
he
to kill
killed
you.
me, and he gave you 100 subs.
And I did.
You remember that shit?
Yep, we were about to win. He's like, dude, kill the car. I'll give you 100. I did. I did.
Sorry, I got loud. I got excited because I remembered that.
Oh, I remember that.
Mizkif had finally found a streamer that complemented his sense of humor, which led to a bit of a bromance between the two. Moxie and Miz became so in love with each other that they decided to move to Austin, Texas, which was ground zero for rising Twitch streamers.
Yeah.
With the help of Synac, a house was found, and a move date was quickly arriving. But unfortunately, Moxie's parents didn't like the idea
That's a
of
good
him
picture,
moving
Moxie.
across the
Okay.
country
Moxie's parents.
with some random from Discord.
Dude, I legitimately had calls with Moxie chat saying like, all right, dude, what if you come out, you jump out of your window at night, land on my car, and then we just drive off into the night. And he's like, dude, I have a better idea. What if I jump on my roof and I have like a plane thing on and I fly? We had so many crazy ideas that never panned out, and I never got to get Moxie.
Miski was saddened by the news, but he couldn't back out. Without a roommate and
Yeah, chat. So Moxie felt so bad that I had to drive from Jersey to Texas. Keep on, I'm by myself now. He felt so bad for me that he stayed on the phone with me for 48 hours for my
I
stream.
remember that stream.
And I did a
remember
car
that
stream because he felt so bad that he ditched me.
I remember that stream.
He felt terrible, dude. And I was like, it's all right, man. I'll find some new roommates.
in a new state, Mizkif knew that his oil prince money couldn't last forever.
I know.
But fortunately for Mizkif, the man who began his career was there to save his ass once
Yes.
again. Erob221.
Yes.
E-Rob!
This was
E-Rob
the
was
beginning-
actually really clutch for you.
Dude, E-Rob has time and time again, forever I'll admit it, E-Rob has made my stream. Dude, E-Rob and I hate the me and E-Rob aren't as close as we used to, but he's too busy. He's got a kid and shit, man. It's so hard. The E-Rob to me chat was like yin and yang. I mean, if you weren't there, you wouldn't know, but dude, it was really yin and yang. Every day we hung out, we were doing stupid shit. He saved me in a lot of ways because I was going to be alone in this house. And then E-Rob's like, dude, I'll come. The best part of E-Rob coming was on the way there. He's like, yeah, he's on the way to my house, and the L's began where his dad's truck, I think, overheated or something, or like it got. I think the back of his dad's truck hit, and his computer that he was using is like the only thing that got fucked up in the entire thing. So E-Rob's computer got completely destroyed, and it was the beginning. It was the beginning of it all.
The beginning of the end.
But, dude,
The beginning of the L.
I loved this part of my life. I loved hanging out with E-Rob every day.
I mean, you say you two aren't as close as you used to be, but I mean, these moments are priceless. They're never going away.
They really are.
We have a new
I'm
era
sure
of
he doesn't
Mizkif
forget about
content.
either.
Marble streams grew to new heights, and with friends close by, Mizkif began to have the motivation to put more energy into his streams. But things weren't always peaches and daisies for Mizkif and E-Rob. Fueled by an anger and jealousy, E-Rob...
Chat, I'm gonna put a please look. If you do not like animal cruelty here, all right, I totally understand if you just look away for
Why
real quick.
did he do this?
I don't know, and I still will never know. Look away if you do not want to see animal cruelty. Okay, I understand.
wrongfully assassinated the first mascot of Mizkif's stream, Xavier. It took some time for Mizkif to forgive him, but once E-Rob gave him $20 to buy a new inflatable from Home Depot and paid his 2 months of late rent, it all became well. Mizkif began to do more streams that were not dependent on games, and that usually had some form of public humiliation involved. After receiving a $5,000 donation, Mizkif proceeded to shave all of his hair off his head. Unknowing what he had just started, pushing the Mizcrips to the side, the Eggers were born. Mizkif now finally had a community name that was not gang affiliated. Now with
And now I got sponsors.
the Eggers by his side, this single emote began to be seen throughout the depths of Twitch, which meant even more attention from Miz, especially with the ladies. Many think that Mizkif inviting Twitch girls to his house is just new and lazy content, but Mizkif has been pulling this shit since the very beginning.
You're damn right I have, baby. That's the thing. People are like, Miz. Your content used to be all about like the gaming and the boy. Chat,
You always did this
my
shit.
first content was farming with JCG. My second one after that was farming with JCG. Like, it literally has just always been other garbage, man. Like, look at my... You understand why I did it, though, chat. You get it.
Mizkif kept up with the LSF farming and even dabbled into GTA 5 RP. It turns out nobody
Oh,
really
no.
liked Joey Parmesan,
No.
so Mizkif decided to start role-playing IRL instead.
I was Joey
Being in
Parmesan.
Austin, Miz had many people available to him that he could use for content, so he began to do IRL streams with SFan, E-Rob, and some others.
Wait. This
Where is this?
I kissed this guy. I remember that.
What?
You remember? The red-headed guy? I kissed
I
him.
feel like I remember you guys being gay.
Yeah, I remember kissing that guy. It was off stream, but I remember. Dude, we're so bald.
Wait.
Look at us together, man. We're so bald.
You kissed him off stream?
Yeah.
I remember that. Why?
I don't know. I forgot.
Where is this?
I don't remember.
It's got to be like
Texas. Oh, San Antonio.
San Antonio, Texas. That's it.
Yeah.
That's where Yep. Okay. I kind of remember this guy. And okay, I'm starting to get that. No, it's not PAX. Is it PAX South? I don't remember. I just remember I met Lakari and he was there. Jay.
The streams were well received, but Mizkif's bad behavior towards Scuff Jessica Negri led him
dude, she a bad
to
bitch
his
though.
first
Like
Twitch
honestly.
ban.
What?
Dude, she's fucking tight. I am scared shitless of her.
I know. So am I. I love it though.
Even though what Mizkif said to her was inexcusable, he at least had done some good things during that time as well. He did some shit with Ewok, and allowed Comedy Russell to live with him after Soda finally had enough of Russell sleeping on his porch. While scrolling through the shithole Reddit known as LSF, Mizkif set his eyes on a girl who seemed to be a flower in the weed fields at Twitch. After
That's a John Russo quote.
cucking the guy from Geek Squad and a couple nights of falling asleep together on Discord, Mizkif and Bird Girl fell for each other, and even had their first kid, Dito. While this may have directly created the first Egger virus, known as Maya Frogs. After accumulating bounties
Oh, is that a
and
picture of Nick?
sponsorship money,
Was it?
I think that was a picture of Nick.
Ford
Where's
did the first
Nick?
Egger virus, known as Maya Frogs.
Nick? That's fucking Titterman.
After
The
accumulating
Maya Frogs.
bounties
It's
and
actually
sponsorship
accurate.
money over the year, Mizkif decided it was time
Dude, Lakari, remember our DayZ sponsor?
I remember our Crazy sponsor, dude.
Oh my.
That was hell on earth.
Worst sponsor
Dude,
I've ever
we
had.
were doing it for pennies.
Yep.
Pennies, and we thought we were getting it, man. We
Nope.
were like, oh yeah, this sponsor's the shit. We're making it, baby. That shit sucked dick.
Dude, chat, we got paid garbage.
Like, absolutely nothing. But at the time,
It was
early
amazing.
Twitch, we thought we were like living the life.
Chat, it was the worst
It
stream
was 6
that I ever
hours.
did. Worst stream I ever did. Worst stream I ever did.
2
Easily.
days.
Yep.
2 days, 6 hours.
Chat, I'd be like, so how, chat, here's how it worked. It was DayZ on the Xbox, and no one was able to play with us. It was literally only me and Lakari.
It was just us running around.
It was just us, and it was DayZ in a lobby of DayZ just with us two. We had no one we could hang out with,
And there were no stream snipers.
and there's
at
no
all.
stream snipers, no nothing.
It was just us.
Even Axian's like, I'm not doing it, because you had to get an Xbox and then you had to get DayZ.
You know when Axion doesn't come,
Yep.
you know it's fucking bad, bro, because Axion's always coming.
Chat, it was the worst stream I ever had, easily. I would be like, yo, chat, how are you? No one would actually answer. Like, my chat was straight up dead. How much? It was like 1,000 a stream or something like that.
It was literally
But back
like
then, it was
1,000
like
per
a
stream.
dream come true.
Yeah, we
we were tempted to do it.
Exactly.
We were like, oh my god, that's insane. Like, let's fucking go. Like, that pays my rent. But it was. I literally was looking at the clock every second for a minute. Like, every minute I was watching. It was. My view
Dude.
count was probably a 1/4 of what it usually was.
If you weren't there, I would have not been able to do this one.
Oh, yeah.
I would have stopped halfway.
Me and him were playing hide and go seek with each other.
Yeah, that
Time
was
to
cute.
upgrade. So we began the first homeless streamer shelter in Austin, Texas,
Chat, actual millionaire take. You're right.
which would
No,
include
we had it was $1,000 back then. We said it was back then. It was a shit ton of money for us. It was a shit ton of money.
E-Rob, Crazy Slick, Comedy Russell, JCG, and Darion.
Oh,
Hey, baby.
With his
there we
new
are.
roommates by his side, Mizkif can now happily use more people as his personal pawns. Seeing how well podcasts were doing on Twitch at the time, Mizkif decided that he should give it a try. But unfortunately, it didn't work out too well because most of the guests featured were alleged groomers. But it was okay because Mizkif could just fill his stream time by playing Animal Crossing with Darion's friend's brother's girlfriend, which led him to become famous in Japan for a week.
That's true. I was really famous in Japan for like an entire month. It was pretty cool.
And being taught how to play Mario 64 speedruns by the greatest player of all time, Mitch Jones. Sinek did not
Mitch
approve of
made me.
Mizkif's constant spending on cardboard boxes, so he suggested that Mizkif should spend his money on something more useful, like a larger house. The homeless shelter was starting to become cramped,
It was.
and Mizkif figured that he would make his life more inconvenient by inviting more people to live with him.
Who is this guy?
Hopefully his new roommates will be responsible enough to actually take out the trash. And Miz could finally upgrade from living in a closet. After building his new mansion on a fucking slant, and finding out that Maya would be letting all her animals live there,
Leaked.
it was time for some changes. Unfortunately, Maya and Mizkif would split up. But luckily for
What?
Miz, he had a new cast
We
member
did?
to stay with him, Simply. Admiring Simply's ability to absolutely pound in Mario 64 speedrunning and SoundCloud rapper skills, Mizkif knew he had to use him for content as well. But this was only step one of his master plan. You see, from an early point of his streaming career, Mizkif knew that having an org would not only broaden his content creation and collaboration opportunities, but it would also have financial benefits. So he did it with the help of Asmongold, Sfan, Tits Out Baby, and the guy who's dating Mia Malkova. OTK was born. With these forces and stolen video formats on its side, One True King began to gain its heavy-hitting members and start to be known as one of the top orgs on Twitch, sitting besides Offline TV and Team Crafted. With all this good happening around him, Mizkif, unfortunately, would begin to grow a massive ego,
This is
leading
big.
him to do stupid shit like decorating his house with only pictures of himself
Pictures.
and buying a supercar for the
Hey, you
moon.
actually alpha.
Fortunately for the R8, it was put out of his misery and will hopefully be fixed and
Oh my
bought
God.
by someone who actually knows how to take care of it. 2021 was the year Mizkif began to go all in on OTK content, which led to many new forms of content. Parodies
I
have
like how I take Nick's credit for his show. That's good.
been a huge part of Mizkif's content since the very beginning. So instead of playing browser game shows, he decided to create his own. This would include Loot Goblins, which was only created in order for Mizkif to
How
have
big do you think my ego is? I didn't make Loot Goblins.
something to react to for that day.
But it wouldn't work without me, you know? No way.
And that's all
And
that matters.
schooled, which is just a scuffed "Are you smarter than a fifth grader?"
It's not even close.
Which brings us to the present day. Mizkif has had many new faces appear on his stream. Began to use his new
Wait, was Zoil being parasocial there?
brings us to the present day. Mizkif has had many new faces appear on his stream. Began to use his new home as a breeding ground for OnlyFans advertisements, and has also gained a reputation of the Twitch streamer with the most clickbait titles and thumbnails on YouTube.
I don't know,
Although
man.
Mizkif
I
has
think
gone
Nick
through
Paul's
many
made me
ups
now.
and downs in both his health and streaming career, me and Run and Gun are proud to have been able to predict Mizkif becoming the next big thing on Twitch.
Mizkif wants a pleb like us, who spam tryhard7 in all Twitch chats.
Nope.
Although times have changed, I believe Mizkif, whose witty banter and authentic
Bro,
personality.
do you remember when we were
will be the
doing
next big
Train's
thing on
cooking
Twitch.
stream together? And like we were both around the same size, and then people in chat, I remember people in Train's chat were saying Mizkif is the next 15K Andy. Do you remember that?
Really?
Yeah, they
No,
were
I don't remember
spamming
that.
that shit.
I was too busy looking at the lulls.
That's what you do best.
I didn't know. Look at us now, chat. Look what we've created. Look what we've become. I'm an OnlyFans promoter. Call me. Now listen, Matino's believed me since the beginning. Always has believed me. And Run a Gun. They both have.
Spam tryhard7 in all Twitch chats.
Nope.
Although times have changed, I believe Mizkif, whose witty banter and authentic personality will be the next big thing on Twitch.
And watch him grow into the streamer that he is today, minus the cringe ego.
Whoops.
We wish him well and hope that he can stay positive and remind himself as to why he started streaming in the first place.
Even this picture, chat, right here. First of all, ew, okay? Probably the worst I ever looked in my entire life, okay? Second off, I was doing girl content even back then. That's a girl in my Discord.
You were doing girl content even back then.
That's a girl in my Discord.
In the
a girl
first
in Discord.
place.
I'm not gross score.
Money.
He's right. Ever since Emily appeared on Mizkif Stream, she's earned enough money to retire their parents. True. Aww.
Dude, Xavier is dead? But I thought Cutie Cinderella. That's just copium? I see.
Xavier's on a machine that keeps him alive. But I think it's time to unplug him.
Maybe this time. I don't think he's ever coming back.
It's not the same. I'll skip this shit. Hey!
That is true.
True. True.
True.
Bro, why? Let's see the last time Ludi Grew typed my chat. His channel suspended, which is suspected from 2018 viewers. Dude, what the hell is this? So not copy strike them. No, that was a good video. That was a good video.
Definitely 10 out of 10. I enjoyed it, and it was pretty accurate. Like 98, 99?
And that's all you need. Because that's all I am. About 98% accurate. Wait, what am I doing?
98% accurate.
No, that was a really good video, chat. I always love Running Guns videos. Go watch it. Go spam it. Go do other stuff. It's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. Uzi called Eat Trash. You talking to Uzi?
I always talk to Uzi.
Oh yeah, is game night happening?
What do you-